Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Today's March 23rd, and we're going to do a lovely two-part hatha yoga class. My name is Susan, and happy to be here today. All right. So part one, do some nice stretches and end in child's pose. Part two, we'll get into a nice little sequence or a vinyasa and do a little meditation at the end. So if you want to do both, or if you want to do one or the other, it's entirely up to you. In any case, comfortable on your sit bones, back is nice and straight, shoulders are relaxed. Now, the breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Nice, long, full, smooth breath. Always try and suspend your breath for a few seconds between inhale and exhale. Try to keep your breath consistent through the whole class if you can, all right? I will gently remind you, of course. Now, we always start our class with a couple of minutes of pranayama, of breathing, just to relax, connect with the breath, and slow things down. Now remember, do what you can, listen to your body, respect your limitations. If it doesn't, something we're gonna do isn't gonna feel good, please, you don't have to do it, all right? Pace yourself, all right? And just work according to your abilities, of course, okay? So with our pranayama today, we're going to sit in our Venus lock, all right? I do a different mudra every class, and a mudra, all that is, it's an energy seal that seals the flow of the breath or the prana into your body, so it's not lost. That's all it means. So, Venus lock. For our female yoginis, which female is the left side of the body, male is the right side, we're going to bring our fingers together. We're going to lace them together. Left index finger up, right baby finger up, just like this. For our male yogis, the opposite. You're going to lace your fingers, right index finger up, left baby finger up, all right? If you find that's a bit too confusing, don't worry about it, just lace them together, all right? Mounds of your thumbs together, resting into your root chakra, all right? Sitting tall. Now the Venus lock is channeling sensuality and sexuality, glandular balance, helping to focus and concentrate. Close your eyes. Let's take a nice, long, smooth breath together. Relax those shoulders. Continue on your own personal pranayama for the next 2 minutes. Slow things down. Just breathe. Now's the time to drop your day and settle your mind, and to set an intention for your practice today. Focus on any situation in your life that needs guidance from your higher self. It's time to lower the heart rate, lower our blood pressure, and lower our anxiety level. Try to find stillness in mind and body. For one more breath. And on the exhale, I'd like to bring your hands together. Let's rub and vigorously activate our hand chakra. Hands onto your heart center. Now with the breathing, I'm going to try and cue you on the breaths. When I say on your next exhale or the next exhale is when I'd like you to try and move, because we always move on the exhale. All right? Let's take a nice, long, smooth breath together to tune out. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev Namo Gurudev. One more nice, long, smooth breath together. Inhale. And on the exhale, let's drop 3 fingers, preparing for Jupiter Mudra, index fingers together. Take a big breath, and on the exhale, if you can, let's reach up. Sitting nice and tall in those sit bones, let's wake up that physical body, let's wake up that spine. Reach, breathe. Breathing into Jupiter Mudra, which is good luck and expansion, are activated when together. Focus your energies on breaking through barriers. For one more breath. On the next exhale, hands together, preparing for seated half moon salute. Take that big breath. Exhale, lean to the right. You don't have to go too far. Keep your back straight. Let's lengthen the left side of the body, engaging core muscles as well. One more breath. Exhale up. Let's go to the left. Take a breath. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale up. Release the hands, inhale into a gentle back bend. Or just reach to the ceiling if that feels better for you. Breathe. One more breath. On the next exhale, bring the arms down, slow and gentle with the shoulders. Bring your hands all the way down, right in front of you. All right. So from here, I'm going to give you a couple of ways to do this one here. Hands in front, you can either just lean forward and bend the elbows, or for those of you who are a little bit stronger, a little more flexible, you can reach out as far as you'd like. Very important that your back stays straight, your head is level with your spine, and you hinge at the hip. So try not to be rolled over, all right? Let's go. Big breath. Exhale, just lean forward, keep your hands here, or if you can crawl your fingers. Just relax, find the place that feels just right. Relax the shoulders. You can bow your head a little if you'd like. Just don't bow too far that you actually curl your upper spine. And let's start lengthening that spine, releasing the shoulders, the muscles up and down your back. Breathe. One more. On the next exhale, stay low. Let's shift our body weight. Slide your hands to the left. Now the weight's on the left thigh, right hip stays on the floor. Here again, reach. Lengthening, waking up the right side of the body from the shoulder, even in through the arm, all the way down into the hip. Make sure the right hip does not come off the floor. If it does, you're way too far. Back up a little, make that adjustment. I really want you to be anchored to the floor. And it doesn't matter how far you go. On the next exhale, stay low, and let's shift our body weight, slide all the way to the other side. Weights on the right thigh, left hip on the floor, and reach. You know, maybe one side of the body is a little looser, a little easier to work with. You can go further. One side of your body might be a little tighter. So just go wherever it feels the best for you. Relax the shoulders. Now while we're here, let's release the tension that we hold in our face. So I want you to engage all the muscles. Just really scrunch your face up as tight as you can and hold it. And then let it go. Let your face just go completely slack. Let the muscles go. Let all that tension filter through your body and sink into the ground. For one more breath. On the exhale, stay low. Come back to center. Come all the way up. Hands on the left. Roll the shoulders out gently. Let's start loosening up the shoulders. Forward and backward. We're going to loosen the shoulders up. Roll them out every so often during the class. And you can see how everything gets looser and easier to move as you get on in your class, as relaxation settles in, and we start releasing some of that tension as well, and also releasing circulation into the upper body. Perfect. All right. Now, left hand on the floor beside the left knee, right hand on the right knee. So this particular one here, I'm going to show you 3 ways to do it. So you can try whatever one feels best for you. The first one, the deepest one, is elbow on the floor, okay, without my right hip coming off the floor. If you find it's literally too much of a stretch, this is where our little handy block comes in. You can set your block up, bring the floor up to you, bring your elbow here, a little more comfortable. And if you don't have a block, put your hand a little bit further away, bend the elbow, and you can do the same stretch. So whatever feels good, all right? Right on the right knee, left hand on the floor or on the block. With a straight spine, let's go. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale. Now if you're on the elbow, either on the block or the floor, make sure your elbow and shoulder on the left arm are lined up. Right arm is lined up nice and straight. This particular one you can do with your hand on your hip as well. Arm is nice and straight and lined up to the side of your body. You can spread your fingers like rays of sunshine. If you can reach a little bit more to the left if you're a little bit more flexible. Find the place that feels really good. One more breath. Exhale, I want you just to reach forward, arm and shoulder height. Get that stretch into the upper back and the shoulder blade. Breathe. One more. Exhale, right hand on the right knee. Exhale, push away on the knee, bring the right shoulder a little bit closer to the left knee. You can soften the elbow or keep it straight. This is an upper back stretch. You can feel it, it feels so good. Now always ease yourself into your stretches. You don't have to be aggressive. Don't force your body. Even if, like I said, you barely move, that's okay. Always come back to the breath. On the next exhale, bend the elbows, stay low, and come up. All right, let's go to this side here. If you're using your little block, take it with you. And the block, again, you can adjust it if you have to bring it up a little higher. Do that, all right? Comfortable on your sit bones, right hand on the floor, on the block, or out here, left hand on left knee. Let's go, inhale up, exhale. Moving your body slowly, gently, and very carefully. There's no rush, there's no hurry, it's not a race. Try different ways. You can always make little adjustments. See how it feels. On the next exhale, let's reach forward. Arm to shoulder height. Reach. One more breath. Exhale, left hand to left knee. On the exhale, push away. Again, you can soften the elbow or keep it straight. Close your eyes. Focus on the sensations of the breath. Bring yourself right here, right now. Focus from the outside world to the inner awareness of how your body feels, how it moves, what you're doing, where you are, and your breath. On the exhale, bend the elbow, come to center, and come up slowly. All right, perfect. Let's get ourselves into our butterfly. Let's start releasing those legs a little bit. So, repositioning the legs a bit, loosen up those knees. Now, into our butterfly or bound angle pose. Now, from here, make sure there's room between the knees or the groin area and the heels, so you don't have to have your heels tucked up too tight. Now, relax the thighs. This is going to release the inner thigh, the pelvic floor groin area, releasing the buttocks, the tight buttocks, and a gentle hip opener. 2 ways to do this one here. If you find sitting like this is as far as you can go, just put your arms on your legs, just like this. Keep your back straight, hang out here, relax and breathe. But if you want to go a little deeper, again, the back stays straight, head is level with the spine, hinging with the hips. You can have your hands on your ankles, and you can lean forward gently with your knees, elbows on the knees. Take your breath and decide which position feels best for you. Relax. Now, if you're leaning forward, don't put too much pressure on your knees. It's more focusing on leaning forward as opposed to pressing on the knees, all right? Try to relax your hips, your thighs, your knees. Breathe. Your back is straight. You can smile. You're happy to be here, happy to be on your mat. On the next exhale, come up. All right, let's do our little butterfly wings. Let's release, work those hips. So I want you to keep your hands on your ankles or on your shins if you like, and I want you just to flap your little wings. Flutter your little butterfly wings. Now, if your hips are tight, move them slowly and gently. If your hips are a little looser, you can flutter those wings as much as you like. This is a gentle hip opener, starting to release muscles around the hip, lubricating that nice hip socket. One more breath. On the exhale, hands together, and let's open up those legs nice and wide. Oh, actually, I want you to straighten the left leg. Now, 2 different ways to do this particular stretch here, all right? We're going to do a single leg stretch. We're going to focus on the left leg, on the hamstring, the knee, and the calf. Now, with the right leg here, like I said, I'm going to give you 2 different ways to do this one here, so you choose the one that feels the best for you. The first one is foot is in the cusp of the knee or along the calf, both hands onto the left knee. That's it. Now, if you want to try something a little bit deeper for the right leg, come back here. All right? And having your leg in this position is a nice stretch for your quad, a nice rotation of the hip and of the knee as well. So if this is going to be a little uncomfortable, don't do it. Go to the other one, the first one. Either way, we're going to focus on the left leg. Both hands onto the knee, toes pointing to the ceiling. Now here again, we're going to lean forward, only as far as comfortable. Those of you who are a little more flexible, you can crawl down, you can grab your foot if you'd like, all right? Back is straight, head is level with the spine. Let's do it together. Big breath. Exhale. Focusing on the sensations of the left leg. Try to relax the right one, whatever position it's in. Now you can feel that hamstring. This is all about the hamstring. Try to relax your knee and your thigh. If they're tight, let them go. Breathe. On the next exhale, come up slowly. All right, perfect. Now from here, we're going to get into our twist pose. So I'm going to give you 2 ways to do it. If you're in this position here, all right, what I'd like you to do is bring your left foot, put it underneath the right knee into this position. Okay, this is called the deer pose. If you're in this position here, you're going to do your twist pose from here. So the left hand will be on the right knee, right hand behind the back, and you're going to look to the right. This is the one way to do it. Otherwise, if you're in this position here, like I said, this is called the deer pose. All right, so if you want to try this one, you can. Right hand still, left hand still goes on the right knee, right hand is still behind the back. This particular position on its own is called the deer pose. It's a stretch for the thighs, the quads, and the hips, but we're focusing on the spine. So this particular twist pose is called the sage twist. Big breath. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Even if you're in the other position with the leg is straight and the foot in the cusp of the knee, you're still turning here. You're still working on the spine. Gentle spinal twist. Now with the twist pose, be very gentle with your spine. You don't have to torque your back or your neck. You start somewhere. If you find you want to go deeper, you push on the knee a little bit to the left. You can go a little further or back up and come out of it. Don't be shy. It's all about the breath. If you find you get into a position and your breath changes, if it becomes labored or if you forget to breathe or the breath is too fast, then you have to stop. Reposition. Think about what you're doing. Do a checklist. Come back to the breath because it's there to guide you. As soon as your breath leaves you, then you know you have to do something. Reposition or make a little adjustment. One more breath. Exhale, come back to center. All right, let's try the other side. So, now, let's get the king side legs. I want you to straighten the right leg. Again, if you want to sit like this and do your stretch from here, again, you can put your foot along the calf if that feels better. Those of you who want to try this one here, you can do that. All right, so either way, both hands are on the knee, preparing to lean forward. Keep your hands here or slide. Big breath. Exhale. Pay attention to how your knee and your quads feel. If they're tight, try to let them go. Most people have really tight hamstrings, so just getting to the position, just leaning forward, you should feel it. This is a really dynamic stretch or isotonic. You can feel the activity in your body, lengthening, stretching, decompressing the tight muscles, releasing the discomfort of tight nerves and blood vessels. We're working on joint stability as well. Those are eccentric muscle contractions, exactly what we're doing in our yoga practice. Exhale, come up. All right, so let's try our twist pose again. Like I said, if you want to do your twist pose, right hand on left knee, you can do it this way, left hand behind the back, or get into your sage position or your deer pose. All right? Same idea. Right hand on left knee, left hand behind the back, take your breath, exhale. Now your back is straight, shoulders are relaxed, and let's work on that spine. Releasing the spine, keeping it flexible, agile, and supple. Releasing the nerves, the blood vessels, the muscles up and down your spine. Relax, breathe. The breath should be the same, even in this twist pose. One more breath. Exhale, back to center. All right, let's finally get the kinks out of those legs. I want you to straighten the legs. Let's get into our staff pose. All right, perfect. Sitting tall, being aware of your posture, proud on the sit bones, back is straight, shoulders relaxed. I want you to point your toes. All right, let's do both hands together today. Bring them out, keep the fingers open. Bring the arms down so we focus on the forearm, the hand, the wrist, and the fingers, not so much the shoulders. Now, bend at the wrist, slightly turn out to the baby finger. Breathe. Keep that breath going. Don't forget to breathe and don't hold your breath. The breath is long and it's smooth and it's complete. Now this particular stretch here is starting to release and lengthen, stretch the flexor or the extensor muscles along the top of the forearm, along the side, wrist and the hand. On the exhale, straighten the hands, palms to ceiling. Tip of the right hand fingers onto the tip of the left. At this point, if you'd like, I'd like you to bring your heels off the floor as well. And that's a nice extra calf stretch. Now this particular one, Releasing the hand, the flexor muscles into the forearm, the wrist. Exhale, let's go to the other side. Sit tall, relax those shoulders. And on the exhale, release heels on the floor. Relax your knees and your thighs. All right, perfect. All right, so we're going to work the hands. I want you to put your hands right on your lap. And we're going to do some little finger exercise. We're going to do little circles, keeping your hands on your lap. So you're going to do little circles one way. When you get to your little finger, do opposite circle back to your thumb. Each circle, each finger is going to be a complete breath. Inhale and exhale, all right? Sitting tall, let's go. Articulating, releasing the fingers. It's very important that we pay attention to our fingers and our toes as well. Everything needs to work together. And even if you have a little arthritis in your hands and fingers, do what you can. So always being aware. Sometimes you might, have a little bit of discomfort. Usually you can adjust what you're doing or pay attention to your breath. But if you find that, it's going to cause you pain, or if you experience pain, please don't do it or stop right away. And when you get back to your thumb, then I want you to bring your hands up and stretch them out. Lengthen those fingers, get a deep stretch into the palm of the hand. And then from here, I want you just to let your fingers go limp. Let your hand just go limp. And let's do some nice circles, gentle circles around the wrist. And then from here, shake those hands out. Release the tension in the hands. All right, perfect. Okay, roll the shoulders out. See if the shoulders are feeling a little looser now. Perfect. All right, let's work some ankles and lower leg muscles and some feet and toes. So from here, we're going to do a plantar flexion. You can open up your legs a little wider. We're going to push the foot forward and bring it back. That's it. Now, position of the arms. You can, if you want, you can lean back, relax. You can do that. Or if you prefer to sit with a straight spine, put your hands along the side of your hips and do it this way. All right? Ready? 3 times. Let's go. Inhale, push it forward. Exhale back. Keep your heels, keep your feet on the floor. So this is plantar flexion, really working the ankle, the foot, the toes, releasing those tight muscles, and getting some circulation in there. Also engaging lower leg muscles. You can feel your calves, you can feel your shins. Follow the breath. Exhale back. One more time. And when you finish your last one, relax. All right, let's work the toes. Now I want you to really articulate your toes, and let's do the fingers. Let's play piano. Really try to work the toes. And if you want, you can do circles with your ankles and wrists. You can go a little faster if you like. Really try and move those toes around. Wiggle them around. All right, keep your breath slow. Perfect. All right, so from here, let's get into our table. So we're going to go into our hands and knees. Now with my classes, I always supply little extra padding. If you find you need padding for your knees or your wrists, it makes a little bit of it. It makes a nice difference. Takes the edge off. All right, into our table. You can use a thin pillow or a blanket or a towel as well. Now, ankle and knees lined up, being aware of our alignment. Knees and hips, knees are hip distance apart. Elbows, shoulders, wrists lined up. Head is level with the spine. Let's do some cat and cow together. Inhale, head up, sacrum up, C-scoop, spine. Exhale as you arch the back, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Follow the breath all the way up into your cow. When you come up to your cow, you get a stretch into your chest and your abdominals, but focusing on the spine. Into your cat, lengthening the spine, releasing upper back and lower back. This is a wonderful stretch for your lower back. Keep going. Try to release your thighs. If they're tight, let them go. Let's do one more set. Cat and cow, breath and motion, meditation and motion. This is really good to stimulate digestion and elimination as well. All right, perfect. Bring yourself to straight, neutral spine. All right, from here, let's work that hip a little bit more. Take a breath on the exhale, push the hip out to the right as you look over the left shoulder. This is called revolving tabletop. On the next exhale, swing those hips to the left, look over the right. This is a nice stretch, release of the hip abductor. The outer part of the hip you feel, the lower back, and the buttocks. Again, exhale, look over to the right. Look to the left as you push to the right. And one last time, exhale, swing those hips. and back to center. Perfect. All right. So I want you just to lean back. Let's do a nice shoulder stretch. So just lean back if you like, if you're comfortable like this. Reach out with the right arm, bend at the elbow. Left hand on the right elbow. Take a breath, and on the exhale, just gently pull. You can adjust your arm if you need it to be higher or lower. Let's really get a nice stretch into the shoulder, the upper back. Breathe. One more. Exhale, release. Let's go to the other side. And just a gentle stretch for the shoulder. Exhale back. All right, let's prepare for child's pose. Come back to table. Open up the knees a little wider. Take a breath. On the exhale, lean back. Now, child's pose balasana is a resting, neutral, and a full body stretch. Make sure your head and your neck are supported. You can rest your forehead on your stacked fist. You can rest your forehead on your block if you'd like, on your stacked hands, or on the floor. Make sure your head and your neck are supported. You can rest your body. Just rest. Now's the time to thank yourself for being here today, for taking a little time to be on your mat, for whatever reason brings you here. Maybe to decompress, to re-energize, to maybe turn the noises off, or maybe just to stretch. Maybe a little time to yourself in a safe and encouraging environment. I'm going to end the first part here in our child's pose, and then I'm going to resume for part 2, and we're going to go right into a lovely vinyasa. All right. So if you want to join me, stay tuned. If not, thank you for coming, and we'll see you again.